AI assistants are powerful, but on large code bases, they keep burning tokens to understand your repo. That's where Graphify comes in. Graphify does one upfront scan of your code base and builds a local knowledge graph of your files, docs, and images. Its pipeline is simple. First, it detects what all files we have in the code base. Then it extracts those files on other MD files, docs, images into nodes and edges. Then builds a cluster and find insightful analysis. And then finally provide you the usable output. To understand the code base, basically the code files, it use a local AST parsing like tree setter. That's why we don't need any LLM calls here and we don't require any API key. But for analyzing and doing the semantic analysis of docs and images, we require an LLM. And the best part is every relationship it tagged with a confidence level, whether it's extracted, inferred, or ambiguous. So let's try it out live. To understand it, we will go to the Graphify GitHub open source repository. We'll see how to install it. So to run it, we'll just need to provide this command, and this is supported across various AI assistant tools. So first, let's install it in our system. For this, we need Python and UV. This I already have in my local. This is the command for installing the package. Install it here. So for testing the Graphify, I'm using one of my local repo, that's Blink. It's an open source ledger. So first, after cloning the repo, we have to register it. Graphify install. This will register this skill with our Claude Code. Let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, it's finally giving me how to run it, like we saw in the GitHub. By the way, these are the alerts that I'm getting. If Claude Code needs any input from me, I already have one video for this. You can check it out. I have edited it in the description. Scans it, it finds that there are total files like this, words, and so on. So it's asking me for the Google API key. I have not set it because I'm not going forward with the LLM extraction for the docs and images. I'm mostly interested for the code part, for which we need a local parsing with tree sitter, and it doesn't require any API key. It says here AST done. It created 3,440 nodes and so many edges. We have 41 doc files which need semantic extraction, but I'm skipping it for now. Now finally, graph output is there. So let's go to this link. So let's check this graph. So on the right hand side, we have different files, different concepts, all linked here. And on the left side, we can see a graph where we have different nodes representing different files and edges representing the relation between them. So let's say if we search this new blank, then we can figure out like it has a degree 126 and it has these neighbors. So basically these graphs we can use whenever we have to do the research work and have to identify how two components are related together, and whenever we are introducing any new feature, then it will be helpful to figure out what all can be its dependency. Now let's see how we can use Graphify to query any particular question. Suppose I query how does reconciliation match transaction, and I use Graphify to query that. Let's see how it works. So basically, instead of grepping, doing the grep of files, it's use the nodes and edges that we have as part of our Graphify output. So you can see like it is doing BFS, depth, start as reconciliation, and then it is using several nodes. So instead of grep, we are using and leveraging our JSON that we had created. So BFS has surfaced the reconciliation subsystem. Now we are running more queries. It is asking for the permission. It is doing the BFS on the nodes. Let's wait for a few more seconds. So also we can see like with Graphify, we came to know which file is responsible for the particular query. So it just reads only that file instead of scraping your whole code base, which is the first point that we discussed while introducing Graphify. And now we can see it provides us the output like how reconciliation matches transaction. It is giving me all the required details, and we can also check in the end like it took like very few seconds to come to this solution. So we can say like it took 1 minute. Otherwise, if we see like the Claude code basically uses grabbing the whole code base and taking a lot of time. So basically this we can use as a leverage in our existing Claude code or in any other AI assistant, and like ask it to search the graph JSON as well before answering any query. So basically, this will help the AI assistant in getting the knowledge, like which concept lies in which file, and based on the inference, it can provide this data to the AI assistant, which can leverage this information in a more better way. So let's uh, just try it out and let me know how you feel, like how much Graphify is useful in your day-to-day work. Thank you.